Before heading to the video, if you haven't subscribed the channel, do subscribe it and don't forget to click the bell icon for the latest update notification. If you like the video, do like, comment and share. Stay tuned with learnbay.co. Happy learning!
Hello everyone. When we think of data science roles, the question you should ask yourself is, are all roles in data science one and the same thing? If I get into a role of a data analyst versus that of a machine learning engineer, am I going to be doing the same job? Are the expectations going to be more or less similar? Are my skill sets not supposed to be different from each other? Well, these are some of the questions that we'll try to answer in this video by discussing different roles that have evolved with data science as the central theme, but they have developed their own flavor. They have developed a distinct characteristics of their own, which we are going to discuss in this video. So let's get started. Data science roles demystified, and the expectation is from this video, what I expect to do is set the right expectations with you. So we'll start by looking at what is a data analyst all about. There are three parts when we talk about any role in this video. We'll talk about the expectations, the skill sets, and the languages, the programming languages that you must know for this for a data science role. So coming to data analyst, the expectation from a data analyst is to be able to collect data, organize, study data through analytical approaches, and then come up with a comprehensive report by identifying data patterns, trends, developing KPI. KPI stands for key performance indicators, and develop certain logical algorithms that will enable the business to get a great overview about how their product portfolios are working, how their customers are behaving, what are some of the best customers, in order to provide a very overall understanding about various businesses, various processes. A data analyst is a very effective person in that regard. Now, when it comes to languages, other than knowing SQL and Excel, what is advantageous in the present context is to be proficient in either R or Python as well. So the languages that you must be aware, along with spreadsheet skill sets like Excel and SQL, are Python and R, and you must be able to develop some familiarity in order to find out different answers connected to business questions on the data. So that is how a data analyst role would look like. Now let's move on to the next role that we want to talk about, and that is that of a data scientist. Now I know this role is what all of you want to hear about more and more, so we'll get right into it. The expectation from a data scientist is that the person must be able to work effectively, fluently with a lot of volume of data, with big data, identify patterns within the data by various algorithmic approaches, generate insights, and the skill sets are very important in this role. The skill sets that the person must possess ranges from predictive modeling, being able to classify outcomes, being able to predict certain continuous outcomes, provide clustering or segmentation capabilities to the various processes, and also bring together all of these insights by way of visualization. So a data scientist must be able to do everything that a data analyst is supposed to do, but a data analyst may or may not be able to perform everything that a data scientist performs. So therefore we started our discussion with analyst, and then we moved to data scientist. Now what is the languages skill set difference between data scientist and data analyst? Like what are the different programming languages? In addition to knowing Python and R, I would recommend that you guys should learn about SAS as well, because SAS still occupies a certain section of the regulated market within data science where it is still heavily deployed. So knowing SAS, knowing MATLAB is going to be beneficial for many specific organizations who are operating on MATLAB. But the long story short, you must be able to look at data and try to generate insights which are going to give you predictive capability. That is what a data scientist is all about. Moving to machine learning engineer, the expectation from a machine learning engineer is that the person must be able to produce data driven engines, decision engines for organizations. So a data scientist is able to create a certain outcome or a certain model or a certain framework that gives you a certain solution, but an ML engineer is supposed to be able to take that outcome and then add a lot of scale to it. So for example, if I have been able to develop a certain model that tells me the right kind of customer to pitch an offer to, right? An ML engineer is supposed to take that solution and apply it at scale so that there is no intervention required from a manual perspective, and then it really acts like a data-driven decision engine for the organization. The skills of a machine learning engineer does have a lot of overlap with data scientist. Over here as well, the historical data analytical capability must be there, along with knowing how to apply various machine learning libraries in order to build the solutions, and also model optimization. So how do we optimize a certain model, how do we get the most the best possible outcome from a particular model. All of that is going to be a part of ML engineers' expectations. Coming to languages, in addition to Python and R, it will be useful if the person comes with skills related to Scala, Java, as well as C++. Moving to our fourth role, statistician. A very, very special role in which the person is supposed to be comfortable extracting, analyzing, interpreting data using statistical methods. Now the skill sets of a statistician is largely theoretical. It requires a lot of understanding of concepts of probability, inference, very good foundation in fundamental statistics. All of those things are important. When it comes to languages, Excel plays a large role. Also SAS. SAS is designed to be able to generate a lot of statistical insights, in addition to being good at SQL and either Python or R. And the last role that we want to talk about today is that of data architect. Now data architect is a very fundamental role connected to any organization that even aspire to apply data science at some point of time in future. Take a small e-commerce company or a startup, for example. Any kind of startup nowadays have a certain app in which they do the business, right? So they would be able to capture data in a very systematic manner. Now at this stage you would want a data architect to be working with you so that your database is getting structured in a manner that allows you to be able to work with a data analyst, to be able to work with a data scientist, to be able to work with an ML engineer as well as a statistician. So the rest of the four roles that we talked about are only going to be functional if the architect does a bang on job. So the architect is a person who's supposed to integrate, centralize, maintain data protection of the entire database. Extraction, transformation, loading, BI tools, data modeling, warehousing, designing are all skill sets that a data architect must possess. Very, very fundamental, very infrastructural to any business that ever wants to do analytics, right? And when it comes to languages, the more the merrier, but knowing Pig, Hive, Spark, XML, SQL is very, very important for data extraction, developing certain fields. So it is possible. Let's take an example. Let's say that in a marketing scenario, you would want to know what kind of customers to sell out a certain offer to, related to, say, any kind of specific furniture or any kind of product catalog, right? Now if you have a certain product catalog that you want to target a certain group of customers with, the data architect is going to be able to create specific metrics, specific KPIs in the database, which can later on be extracted by the data analyst, which can later on be leveraged by the data scientist as well as the ML engineer and statistician. Well, that brings me to the end of the session here. I hope that after this discussion some element of clarity will creep in when you have some questions connected to different roles in data science. Well, stay safe and keep learning.